So we're just outside of Goodison Park. It's been raining earlier on. The sunshine is out right now. And we've got a little bit of sunshine in our hearts because Wolves have got a massive... It's early in the season, but that is a big 3 points, a big win. 1-0 to the Wanderers over Everton. First of all, to you, Chris, the gaffer, what you got to say about that?
I'm just so pleased for Sasa. He's, 35 minutes in his Wolves career, and he hasn't played for what, nine months, is it, or something like that?
Had a few appearances in pre-season. Come on as a substitute.
First touch, scores the winning goal.
Second touch.
Was it your second touch?
Yeah, the first touch he flicked it on.
Okay. Anyway,
bit like Bully, second touch, back of the net.
And it was always going to be 1-0 to somebody, but we didn't know who to. But we're very obviously pleased that it's Wolves. So fantastic.
Absolutely. Paul, the doctor.
It wasn't a great game, was it? It was devoid of real quality, and we probably expected that coming into it. Then the first thing to say is fair play to Gary O'Neill for picking quite an attacking team. Maybe we didn't see that in the mentality of the team, but he came here to win the game. The stats probably don't bear that out because in the first half I don't think we had an attempt on goal, but I think it was important to keep their crowd quiet, keep a clean sheet, because I think if they scored it would have been really hard for us to go and win the game. But yeah, delighted for Kalajic, and it just shows when you have some physical presence in the box, maybe that makes people put crosses in to the box.
And what a cross from Pedro Neto. He was literally going mad for that cross.
I think it's important that we talk about that for the people that weren't at the game, because they might not see it. I don't know if they'll see it on Match of the Day, but Neto put the cross in for the goal. And what you might not see is that he came over to the away fans, and he, for a long time, he was stood there banging the Wolf badge on his shirt. It really meant a lot to him.
He's up for it, isn't he?
So it's really, really encouraging to see that it means so much to the players.
Pedro Neto, you probably won't see it, but he was literally absolutely on it. He was screaming with passion. We like to see that. Sensation. Hey, second game, second away match. What you thought of that today?
Interesting. I mean, they came for the game. Yeah, probably the first half. They didn't bring the game plan with them. But fortunately, somebody went and rescued it and rescued the second half, because it was diabolical the first half. You end up with, slow, pedestrian. You can't do. You get better teams than Everton, and they're going to annihilate you, because off the ball or on the ball, you've got to know where it is. Some of them they miss the ball. It's just not on.
You make a really good point. Well, no, it's not, because one thing that I will say, in the first half, we missed, in my opinion, Mateus Nunes. We had no creativity in the middle of the park, and you could see, obviously he changed it, and you could see they hadn't played like that for ages, and we had a real big miss with him, because he does create space, he drives, he brings players in, he creates this space, and we didn't get that. The one thing that you have got to say is that it was a very poor, like you say, first half. Both teams really. I mean, it looked like Everton, we kept giving the ball away, we couldn't get out, they kept pressing us, we couldn't beat the press. Gary O'Neill, every single substitution that he's made today made a difference. At half time, he brings on Ait-Nouri in that, and with someone that will run with the ball. Him and Bueno linked up really, really well, I thought. Wang deserved his starting place, but he did nothing. He made the change. It was proactive, and from that moment, from the moment that Fabio Silva scored, although he was offside, all of a sudden the belief started to come through to the team, and Fabio did get in another good position. Probably should have scored. I thought maybe he could have took it past Pickford, because Pickford was stood and he could have gone and tapped it in. He missed. But then you started to see the Everton fans, and up to then they were really comfortable, and the Everton defence starting to panic, and they were the ones that were starting to hesitate, and we started to grow into confidence, and we started to have more and more wave attack, and the belief and the passing was starting to be quicker, and we moved the ball. Now let's face it, Pickford made a fantastic save. Down to it was a brilliant save. Sarr made a fantastic save, and then he made an absolutely brilliant save, falling back to tip it over. And Sarr gets a lot of criticism in his distribution. His shots, the way he commanded his area today, the way his shot stopping was first class. You can't fault it. And then Gary O'Neill continues to make positive changes. He brings on Totti to, a little bit of energy. And he brings on SASA-TASTIC with around about 5 minutes to go. SASA-TASTIC's first touch, flicks it on, wins the ball, wins a header. The second touch, I was screaming, crossed the ball into the net, into the thing. And he just glides in there, glances it in. He's 6'9". What a delivery from Pedro Neto. No wonder he was going like this. He was saying, look at me, I've delivered it. Absolutely fantastic. And then we've got to hold out. I was little bit like Pablo Sarabia. I was like, run it into the corner. He kept trying to go for goal and losing it. But we held on and we got the win in the end, and it feels good. And my dad is going to be having a bit of joy on his face today. Obviously, it's been a tough week and a half. My mom's going to be smiling down on that. So God bless. Chris, performance rating and your LEAMORE Windows man of the match.
I think I can only give it a 6, I think, because it wasn't very good really for most of the game. But man of the match, got 3 players, but I think I'm going to have to give it to the goalie, Jose Sarr.
Jose Sarr. Fantastic. Paul, your performance rating and LEAMORE Windows man of the match?
Yeah, 6 is a number I've got in my head as well. Didn't perhaps have the quality, but when you come to play at a place like this, you've got to stand up and compete, and at least we did that today, and there were some promising signs moving forwards. Has to be Sarr for man of the match. I think he's made 7 saves altogether today, and for the people at home who might not see this on the highlights, the number of crosses and corners that he came out and collected was really impressive, because Everton are a threat from set pieces.
They've got some really, really big players.
And Sarr really played his part in reducing that threat by commanding his box, and we've been critical of that over the past 6 to 9 months. So, yeah, great to see him performing as we know he can.
Fantastic. And over to sensational Stan, your performance rating and LEAMORE Windows man of the match?
First half, I'd say 5. The second half, yeah.
Overall, we're going for.
I know you do, but
You're
like
breaking it down.
break it down, and you say like they retrieved it. So yeah, we'll give him a 6.
A 6.
6.
And your man of the match?
I'm going to go to Semedo, because he battled through the whole of the 90 minutes, and he was still there. He fought, yeah. So yeah, I'll give it to Semedo.
Semedo. Yeah, I mean, I'm coming out. We're upset. It's a big 3 points. To come here and win. We, as much as Brighton are our bogey side, we do seem to be able to pick results up against Everton. They must hate playing us and us scoring these late winners. It could have gone either way, as you say. Both keepers played their part, but at the end of the day, you put the ball in the back of the net. A number 9 having a cross from a forward winger, a headed goal. Getting into the 6-yard box, finishing it off. That's what we've been lacking, and he finished it. And as the producer said, Emma, he knows where the goal is. Well done for Sasha. He's waited a long time, and that must feel good. And they were singing his name at the end. I'm going to give the performance rating overall, I'm going to agree with a 6. The first half was probably way down there as probably a 3 or a 4. The second half, I was a lot happier. Yeah. So in the middle, about 6 or 6.5. And I'm going to agree with my left-hand side. He's had a lot of criticism. He got a lot of criticisms against Brighton. Today, he showed what a quality shot stopper and keeper he is.
Premier League goalkeeper today, didn't he, I think?
He did. He looked a Premier League goalkeeper. As Paul said, he commanded his area, took the pressure off the defence. His distribution was a lot better. And, he made some fantastic saves to keep us in. So all in all, Jose Sarr, from all of us, we're up and running. Until the next one, leave your thoughts in the comment section. Please subscribe. Always Wolves.